all the stakeholders in the electricity value chain. And they have been sitting since yesterday to today to come out with innovative solutions so that we're able to keep the lights on. And so I can assure you, with some of the ideas they've come up with, we would make sure that your lights stay on and that we do not have doomsday, as you popularly call it.
Asia aniati ye mampani John Dramani Mahama.
Abusia was ansam krona mu na yera John Dramani Mahama o ye mampani de ma o man Ghana. Odin semfo bi to dwa no wo kire se won de asisi ba wa ban won na ban o mo ba be ka mo hu abom de nhihye papa pa agu apono so sane be ya ebeboa na o man yi mu asem de bia anasa atemmu ho nsansam no ne nyina atimi akọ wa no na wo so de wo hye Ghana fo nyina eni obi biara bose se wonya asam na de asam no kwa asem di bia so ye pe o mpanimfo mo obehwe se pere ye enhunumu na afinso bibia bekoso kama enye se woni bi wo ho kire wonti no di bim kura na ye chinchim wonsa ne wokon e de fo die e de ama wo se da bi oba beti amanyoko bia na se obeti committee bia safo no behwe se sa nwoma ni nyina e be fififi o man Ghana eya ya court system ni mu ebe free so wo kura de otim sa de ni penya kura ne ye no ankasa ne dia na so san so woni bie no woni kama font ni ye chinchim ne nsa de age obi a wo bi wote sa anwoma ne de na ba we de enkoso kura into no de o de nhyehyeye ene nwoma egu akwan mu ne mpanimfo so kasa sanya be ya obi a ebetimi aboa na dwumadie sunkwa o de agu apono so so ba beboa ama ye Ghana ye court system na se judiciary system no enwoma atimi akwa wano no.
Justice and peace are the bedrock of our national aspirations. And as the Holy Quran reminds us in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 135, we are called to uphold justice even against ourselves. This powerful mandate also underscores the necessity of impartiality and fairness in governance. Justice must always not only be done, but must be seen to be done and must be felt by all. Justice is a moral compass that must guide our every decision, every law, and every interaction in our nation. To this end, the new NDC administration is resolutely committed to strengthening our justice system to ensure judicial independence and address the systemic inequalities that currently exist. I can assure you that this administration will work tirelessly to ensure that every Ghanaian, regardless of your status or background, is treated with dignity and afforded equal protection under the law. Amir, Chairman, my brothers and sisters, to achieve this objective of justice, we would have to move the stalled constitutional review process forward. To achieve this, I would soon establish a committee to begin the planning of a national constitutional review validation conference to achieve broad consensus on the way forward for the constitutional amendments that we have all proposed.
Abusia mampanyini yera John Dramani Mahama nensama auditu dwa edifa Ghana ye justice system ho ene ekokotie bi no
na sramu se jata woto ne kasa so no no se onse mampanyi John Rollins e wanya ne ba bi ko na penso sukuu no amukọ ene na eso jaban no amukọ uduru JSS ya anase sign for form for na wakotro common entrance no one more kwanya ko training college anase secondary school no omun se dan ni obitimi wie JSS no ko training college straight or pass common entrance ya no ko ena ye ba kabmam nkabiemu no ye di JSS bem eno 1990 the first batch of Metro BC no Metro 1990 sata anita mse ndi anwo mu na enzo ni nyina ye nyame asemwa na sa 1994 ne banwa ya Metro BC sa ene bedro mampanyi eye don adekun kofi bia wokofo so ene ono obaye no wono so ebeto aso ano ye se dabi secondary school no kura no ye ko ni mfie miensa na hanya de bebo azanse se obi ka so ko secondary school mfie miensa well enviemians and the first year na abos of school grant na first time na shegu na interconi name na holidays in name 18 enviemians pass ya dikosu de o secondary school no enya de aboa pi zanze se enviemians no ene nneoma na nkoda ni suana doso emle ne nso wo mo utiti holidays ni free mo to de konfie nan na mampanya tamese bae no eno no so san betwe free mfie na de ba mfie miensa ene no wo ho ne wo ene da ho yi na na da ngwagu fo do bae no eno no so di free SHS ba no se na bibi the stem na tivet ene ni nyina so kan ngumasua no na jese Ghana ngumasua na yese nkrofo bi asa no ekona nim na abanachi ekona nim na abanachi ni nyina ne photosynthesis di mfiri adisua mu da ye hu fa so nso wo so maye na adisua wonsam no ena mampanyi John Dramani Mahama say sa adisua wonsam ne sesi ano eduru ba bia oman bia mpuntuo ne nkankro ne gina ngumasua so adisua ne nso efom de ne pa nkoda mu no catch ehopa ne ade a ehia ansana ye de afiri hwa de akowie soro nanso nkame ye sa ban bia ba ekwa wode ye universities awodo ne secondary schools awodo ne faso no enya fede agro unse da hu university a wo muti dua sisu ade ana unse da hu secondary school muti dua sisu ade na emo humetimi anya kindergarten ni primary school bia enkoda no wo muti dua se edua na se gro no muti enkonwa so ankanya ya no mo sa te abo so no mo book eti ye betia bedwako bi no mamu ni nyina wo bia na dwena ba ne kwan pa ye faso a ye nwumahwe o makonkon Ghana mu ebeye no yetimi afaso ya anya ne sa ne ya ne putogum hwegum a de bia ye beko ya nim se ya ne asa ba yachi e wo nwumahwe.
Amir Chairman, education is the cornerstone of national progress. And to this end, as promised, while strengthening basic education, we will sustain and enhance the free SHS policy so that we gain the benefits that it is intended to bestow. We will address challenges such as overcrowding to ensure quality education at all levels. Our plans also include free tuition for first-year students entering public tertiary institutions, the completion of abandoned e-blocks, and investments to provide equitable learning opportunities nationwide and across the whole education value chain. These initiatives will empower our youth with the skills needed to excel in a rapidly changing world. We shall emphasize technical vocational education and training so that we can produce the skilled manpower that is needed for business and industry. I'm going to set up a planning committee to start working on the National Education Review Conference that I promised. This conference will review our educational system right from the kindergarten through the basic to secondary to tertiary to technical vocational education and identify what the hindrances to quality education are at each level of our educational system. I believe that this conference will come out with new ideas in order to provide us the outcomes that we need as a nation.
Abusa Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama nene ene kotie no.
Abusa ya gba ransom foforo mu ne de ni kyeremu e wo yera John Dramani Mahama ne office na ene ye wo hanum se yanka bi nhemu anye hu se nkrata bi na monten so a e kire se yewura ya paw yewura ye Dr. Kessel atoba forcing a wono na mpempem ame no ka se wo ye Ghana mrahye badwafie edom dodo no ba no dani wono anso ene ye mrahye badwani e de ma adehye mo adwuma ko enyan esiam abato empesia so waboni din se omrama ye Finance Minister designate Samson Ayera John Abdullahi Jinapo ononso ena ye yape gushegu mrahye bedwani ononso aboni din sa omrameye Minister of Energy designate Samson Ayera Dominic Ayine enkani bi no wono eye mrahye bedwani edema adehye mo Boligatanga East waboni din sa omrameye Attorney General na Affairs no Minister for Justice as se yenya enhwehwe omunsemu na enumu no na nkrata idamika ne kopie mu wa Ghana mrahye bedwafie na ogina Ghana mamra Article 78 8 ɛwɔ Ghana ɛyɛ 1992 constitution so ɛna mpanimfo ɛde sankrata ekopie mu ɛwɔ Ghana yɛ mmara hyɛbadwafie ɛna dai na no mu no ɛna kɔka ɛyɛ ɔpanyini kasa yɛra Alban Kensford Mana Babin ono ene ye mrahye bedwam krache panyini ekoka ne nsa ene ose ne mrahye bedwafo mna ne mobo ho empanimfo bobo ho ana kire se wo se odin kan ede sa eye nkrata yi ede ma parliament committee no mutimi ahwehwehwehwe sa nkrata yi mu ehwehwe mpanimfo yi omo ho nsansam no hu sansam bi wo omo ho ana se ensam bi ani wo omo ho se impo dibra ye de babema wo mo betimi adi ana se omo ntimi andi na numu no ena yera backben eche se ono de sisi woni asem bia ka ho eka efa ho sempanimfo kohwehwe mu dwie na se bibi wo ho no mu a ansa na wo de ababa tudwa.
We will take item 3, a message from His Excellency the President. I have received on your behalf a message from the Office of the President dated 9 January 2025, and it reads, Right Honorable Speaker, nomination of ministers for parliamentary approval. In accordance with Article 78(1) of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 1992, I hereby, on behalf of His Excellency John Mahama, submit for consideration and approval of Parliament the following nominees for ministerial appointment. 1. Dr. Esil Otuba Bosun, MP, Minister Designate, Ministry of Finance. 2. John Abdullahi Jinapo, MP, Minister Designate, Ministry of Energy. 3. Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, MP, Minister Designate, Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. The nominees' credentials and records of service demonstrate their competences to support the government's agenda and serve the people of Ghana effectively. Their curricula vitae and supporting documents for vetting. I trust that Parliament will expedite the approval process in accordance with constitutional requirements. Signed, Callistus Mahama, PhD, Secretary to the President. Honorable members, I will accordingly refer the said nominees to the appointment committee for consideration and report to the House. It is so referred.
Abusia Ghana mrahye bedwafie ena ye ko ha mo ye kokotie ensem a ko so e wo bi wa bra speaker Alban Kensford Mana Babin de na no di nsem tudwa no okasa wie na no si ya pe ena minority chief shape yera Frank anodom predin so e de bi to aso no wo kire se omo de omo aye krado pa so mo twan sa nipa myensan se omo mra no mo nhwehwehwehwe omo nsem no omo de oka kire omo so omo ba omunya fully prepared omu ho ankasa so omu ba be hia ensem bisa akese panya se omu ba be di agro ho nti no de o ka che omu so omu ba omu ho se adwuma na omu ba be ye.
Speaker, if you may indulge me just a second on the account of the communication from the outfit of His Excellency the President. I simply want to, I see my good friend, Dr. Ayeni, in fact, he walked in. I don't know if it was a divine coincidence, but when he walked in, that was when his name was mentioned. I want to commend him highly. All of us are aware of his credibility and his composure in this house and maturity shown over the years. The Honorable Majority Leader's name has come up strongly. We also commend him and the Honorable John for the Energy Ministry. Speaker, on a more serious note, I want to commend your good self and leadership for being proactive when we took the decision to put together the selection committee and the appointment committee and the business committee in anticipation of these nominees coming. We on the minority side will be ready for you at the appointment committee. We want to caution your nominees to come prepared. It's not going to be business as usual. Come prepared. I hope you will be prepared when you appear before the appointment committee. Because on a more serious note, I want to commend the two nominees and the names that have come up and wish them well in their next world. Thank you for indulging me. I'm grateful.
Abusia minority chief whip. You're a Frank, another prayer. Nene, and you go to no
and you know, second Cassia time at your cruciate Ponco Casa video, so you're blazy. I will Obuasi Dunka Quantum so Martina Brunsend Mwana Meso. Any annual ba na yenwa di juma trotro drivers, pragia drivers, taxi drivers, baby, sprinter for more ba. Asenka for munko dojo na mumfa kontufo nko duru. Mo bie mo mutie nyina ye chiacham. Ye ntwa kase ne so. Na sansem akoso wa mrahye bedwamu nei. Ena wonmanyamfo Alexander Afenyo Markins. Wono edom kuma Bible said dom kuma mamu nsuru. Ezia no wotu de no hwe na chi a. Wo mo mu di na chi na nka ne no mo doso kakra. Na 137. Sezia no wotu de ni o maka 80 something 88. 80 wo mo yesa assembly members no. Ketwa bi ena Afenyo Markins ayi speaker bamba benzo mo ye micro minority na ne buafo no. Ezo ade nde ohwemu a wo mu swa papa I said due bashu. Na wonwanyamfo Alexander Afenyo Markins say sa ensem wonansen ekokọ koso no yeso ye hyase ne yeso anu sesie animanim ya sanse nansem wana no amampanyi nansan ne ya na yede ne ba bese konwa so no asem watimi se omamu ni nyina asem nansan trofo mu ahyase eka ansa na mrahye bedwafo no krom betie wo mate na eba ne sa ne anhwe ne yansia no a enye suban papa na ka wo ka nyina no wode nkra ne maye Rafael Sofosu kwachi a wonna sesie na bana yi ni so wonkasa mfa mampanyi ni se emrahye bedwam no eye baabi a se mampanyi ni ho na se na bedi akire ni ho a emrahye bedwam na tumi ni ba enti se mampanyi ni ye bibia no wo se ba emrahye bedwam ansa na temamufo nyina behu a wo mo ate no maka bizanza emrahye bedwafo no mo na sitemamufo nyina anan na se mampanyi ni bebo dibra bi te se de obehwe yesika sem so se se de obehwe ye nyina mahoden sem so ete se de obehwe ye mra ho nsem so a na dinka ba eyem nsentrofom ama nsentrofo atwetwe ne sere ne abasa nsa na omo ye mrahye bedwafo no wo mo tie ba ne sa na ntwe ye sanse wiase ye ntutu anu ma ho mfa nkokere panyin sa anu ma beni enti se asase esei ni omo hu wo mo kasa mampanyini wonhwe na wontwe ne ho mfiri sa su ne ban na wasase ye sanse nyade a ye chichiro man sa.
Right Honorable Speaker observed that communications to the House must first be known to the House before it gets into the media. This House should not be a secondary recipient of that which is its bona fide. I do not appreciate the fact that a statement will be issued when Parliament has not already received the communication. Parliament should be the first to receive the communication before it gets out into the media. And that was the position taken by Right Honorable Speaker. So I would want to draw attention of the executive to this matter, especially when the acting spokesperson of the executive is one of our own, my own respected colleague Sofosu Kwachi, very, very resilient guy. He doesn't fall easily. He knows his stuff and he knows what he's about.
For Alexander Afenyo Markins dom kumano ebano deni ne eno.
Ayegusua ejina mrahye bedwafie na dan na dom kumano ekoye nhyemude na nhyemude ni mu no na dom kumano ba ne dani abedi akire ye maame eye erabo ni monyamfo Felicia Apiaje ono na ye mrahye bedwani edema asokwa a ewo kumase montenso sa Patricia Apiaje ye maami wono ena gina mu de kasa ema ye Ghana mrahye bedwafie dom kumanu mum na wakasa no wakira se yera ye mampanyini John Dramani Mahama ansa na yedin ba beti akonwa so mampanyini wo memu no wankasa hye ne ho paa amanuko bia ye fra mu se Operation Recover All Loot Committee aye twaniti a efren se ora no wote sa badwoko yi se omumra no mumra mehwehwehwehwe nyoma mu yie ma wo mo efise ye NPP amanuoko na omo de omo susu se ebi ewo mu a omo bo kro no aban omo bo man kro no an kaso mu wiawie man nyoma efa ne sikasa majapade ne nyoma bi de omo fa bebre na no mu no ene ye ma me Patricia Apiaje kire se sa nyoma ya ye John Dramani Mahama oye ewa abrempa ne yemfa ne nsi o man yakonwa so se o mampanyini no wose enim na bia mu nani ho kwan po se nanka wose wo ye saade no wose saade na ye mampanyini ya no ama ho kwan ama nkofo bi wo NDC amanuoko no ma from se metro men no omo angasa famra na hye omo ntima che omo agu monten so sese o manja pade bebre pamopamo eye adwumayefo ahodo omo wo eye public institutions ahodo ni nyina mu che so bi ya aban adwuma yesi an ya aban abantinu nso firi ha kwane nso emra ma ye adwuma ni bi wose de ye John Dramani Mahama ye no emwa wo kwan ba bia so no wose se mpo wo po bi amana bo man ho ejapade ho ebra anaso abɔ ho ban a ye wo institutions bebre wo man mu a eye omo adwumadie so omo ankasa betu omo ho asi wo no omo di sa adwumadie nanso sa institutions ni nyina so e wo ho no omo di sa adwumadie ni ntina accident na e wo se okokofa sa anwoma we nyina de bam e ma amanfo bi wo ho no mu a sa wo ya adwuma wo municipal assembly bi a wo wo ha na mrancha kachakati bi a omo abeti akakraka omo aba ho no mo omo se be pam mo adan a ya aban na aba wo se entwa kwan mu kura eni kwan kura senka mampanyini John Dramani Mahama otimi eya sa no de oso omo ka kire ne se omo sere na wonfre saafo ni nyina no wonka kire omo se nwoma omo ye no omo mfa ni nyina mra wieye efise eni mra mu eni kwan so krampo so omo timi ti omo gu monten so no omo ya sa anyomen.
The president elect under the President's Transition Act 2012. The Presidential Transition Act 2012 is clear about the mandate of the president-elect. It is to prepare for a smooth and orderly assumption of office. Nowhere does it permit a president-elect to create parallel structures or committees with prosecutorial or investigative powers. The establishment of the oral committee, even before the president was sworn in, was a blatant overreach. Authority. It was illegal, unconstitutional, the glaring signal that the rule of law was subordinated to partisan objectives under his leadership. We see today in the action of pro-NDC thugs across the country the direct consequence of this illegitimate committee. The rhetoric of the oral committee has emboldened party loyalists to act outside the law, taking matters into their own hands in a misguided attempt to enforce what they perceive as the president's agenda. By setting up such an unconstitutional body, the president has effectively given its supporters a green light to ignore due process, engage in acts of violence and intimidation.
Abusia dom kuma no ba no dani abede kire ye maami onyimunyamfo Patricia Apiaje ne ekokotie
na yen konsem fufure mu awanse ato abawie e ma bosome krabo emra se bedwam Ghana fa na nyina no obi anya nde aka blekuma na blekuma de no ana ebabeto adwase basabasa ebi ne pink sheet mu ntitimu kura bi aba ho a ama bato komisa na nam senior no wo so wonde adwuma no kra no se ne nkofo popo obo no wontimi nya biem ema nkofo bi kira adwene kra se beya ka blekuma aba no kra na blekuma nof yen konkoto ni nyina afoforo ne no era ma me akura firi a wo no ogyina mu de ma mpipi amanyoko ni se nya de obete ase se obi aka se yen konkoto aba no a enya de obete ase sanse enipa mienu ene ko akansie ena ne ntem gyinafo ho wano mabato empesu makoma adu ahanu ne de ocho ba kutu 81 no abato komisansi se mu obi a woni pink sheet wa woni de nyina 281 abato kom NDC fo nso form de ne mra na abato komisan form de ne mra abato komisan de no ana NDC ni a obi anu so NDC ni okwaje ba ko mienu miensa ena enum atitimu eti edi enti ne be ma abato komisan pink sheet obi atitimu wa wonu okuta ni 281 pin sheet a wakeka mani nyina abomu a miensa no aka no kra no a enya meka ho no wolidi ba ahanan ana za police station miensa no so abato a wo free oba no enuru ahanan enti on de wonum so adi mum kunim ti wa ba wa gese nkoto oba no foforo no court no do beko
Minia figures way and changes that you put out of these three figures, original figures in our figures, three in original in our Yadiama electoral commission. Voice nearby an omukrakuta, obikraba or winning, make a duplicate to krakuta, and when you yaditaki with my scan copy, Papa Happy. The PA was not and if you want yet photocopy, I change the figures, and I'm calling by and almost say, Daddy, figures now we're changing. And you want to figure or see paper way out the other two ways. And me and I'm a yay. Yammy way. Not arrow, not the atom, no call. Train our canoe, Mina, a stronghold. What's a man, maybe I'm a barrier. Now, what's say you're sorry, I'm here for a run. Maybe then we could have pink sheets. Maybe them to the Otina. Sa a canny bono. Maybe then to make you put a pink sheet. Maybe Empty na 19 no go and one year dey omunim so mo lose. Big city no say can bon one e bebo sa aka no. Aban me ka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya to aba e di amount. Openi sa etutu wasemi sa de we minim say ye de yawa ye didi wa nya ode. Ya ye nyina wo ebedi omampu ye de abeko nya na ase wonsa no. E wo say wo kasama obi engu say etutu wasemi ya wo chejai.
Abusiara na kwafria wo ginam de man pipi amanyoko no ablekuma nene eno no
abusia gwansansem krona mu yama me na kwafrie to ne nkasa ya so no wo kire say ono de wo catch electoral commission returning officer no wo hwa abato no so e wa ablekuma not say onka na koma nto ne yam obia ntimi nya ne hwe nti on de wo ma na hoda so aka kire nse wo mra na abato no hu nsunsanso no onfa mra metodwa no bia no ho mo obetimi ede ne nsa aka no wo mpasua no so
MVP for mo sorry waka. Third time no. Omo hwe ye beku ye be ye. Omo koya for ne yere ne maso e ko nwe ha wo mu declare ye beku ento aso ya ti ni nyina. Enti returning officer no so feel say sebio ejuma we ye ejuma we enti ebe de ne be ko sa ti bia ni. Ampa okasai say onebio. But omu say me edu no onto aso got ma order no. Ampa returning officer na ba be ye na ejuma. Omo da so frustrating. Enti first one kan so one ye. Second one ni no. E no sign omo frustrating. Opa Yampene and we are in the same constituency with you. Would you do I open your game? Yeah, one pie say, a radimanakuma, Obi and Wobit Nayashi. So when we near one country, be said, the one for votes now, Mamma Mekun, when we near one Casasa, and see their bomb pie as a radise or Manakuma, Nakuma Raffo. Not 3 police stations here, I came. Pink seats in original pink seats for her, 10 copies for her, a tally pepe, Nayana, Yamfen, POs, no so I send a copy, a diama one. Public document Obiekuta with the audios of the PO that this is Umucha picture and in Radimanakuma Mrafo. Na Oma Nendia no Bema Sumdre about constituency ha. Ombra number kind come and declare them fast from Jimbra. It's a maximum. So send your Tibiano, Omanakuma breath.
Abusia eron monyamfo na kwa free ye and odin semfo etuda.
Yenwe kase no ai. Na yewie kase no dia yekosikandi. Unum se ye ba beto abani mu ho no na nadu dan kwakufu ado omopa nkayedum bi edisi ne so e wo second ni ne mpatam wo de friend statue no na sabre no na ye na se bedwane a wo ho sabre no e na okopa ho ntoma wo de so mampanyin na nadu dan kwakufu ado no nyama wo chese ne modin ba wa babbo so mampanyin no wo second fo de wo mo ye sanka edum no no mo de asi won da achi bi mchirima ne ba wo ma hu se papa bi ana enwin hye dadi na pampamu ade bia ne space aye run oba besum Ghana no besum ni ye ya to oba na wie ama abanya dane na orumanyamfo ble nyameke ono na ye MP e wo second mpatam wo se saade no hu bia no na ne twasiri tutu no na ne ba bia ne tum sanse efri sa Ghana ye free soja ba mu ba ye nyama mpanyina wo ye mambofo se na nadan kwakufu ado da ne se so mada na adofetla kra na ne yeso okunkum nipa no wonye ni oye nipa papa cha na nadan kwakufu ado na se baabi fo won ka yedum bi obmba ya ane mampanyini krom che bi wo ho wane de obaya ne se wo kwagi tumi wo kwasra mampanyi mahama so o mani tumi won won ko bubu statue ni nguda bi ontimi mungu na emom no wo betu ase na watam na nadan kwakufu ado abusu afie wo che bi mpatam ho baabi no no de akosi wo sanse hwrema wo yi eda ese hwremani ano
Abazi enenenado wa ya men wo Western region o deserve them. Us there wa ya be djuma on kan kyen only see onwie na won so wo wie no so. Sachi na yan communication directors wo bo relocate na abrenu. Ye mbu ne se ye bo relocate. Ye be gitum na fi yan president wo. Na yan president na me ntum. There yan relocate no nkweche bi. Na yan fa Kwame Nkrumah na du so 100% because that is the hospital. Yeah. It's a monumental hospital. And a better statue in the nurse, a patient, or a doctor, and a child. Something indicating for everybody to know that this is a monumental project. Right. These are some of the things that we need. We don't want people praising. Make a show. And Ninja Ikrono. May Ikrono on Tono. That is my concept.
Abusia yora nyameke wonu MP was secondly was it sa statue nya de beboa wo mo edi on your kosre na wakotu ase yere kase na si na nakwabena himi na se mo James Academos na boaboa no akono ki betran fide na che wo chinchimi ma Eugene Kadna otu enso de ko Facebook medidi asiri fidi share ofona na kwame ma afo mene
ama asamwa ajima
mo nyina moniti a ade na
abusan de adofon kai bono to aso e de amamu Ebusia Firelight International Rock Church at Afoneta found so and say, or the Jumede soon could be cry a babashos, no Jumede Watini didn't say first fruits. Na Jumede no a chasono, the year of grace, na Miss Show, Apostle in Timmy Boja carry on.